And a special thanks and shout out to Fletcher Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Franklin, Indiana for allowing me to come out and review this 2006 Mercedes-Benz S600. In 1996 at the Paris Motor Show, Mercedes-Benz unveiled their concept vehicle that would showcase many unique innovations that would later appear on many of the company's cars. The crazy teal concept was called the F200 Imagination, and despite being a two-door, it carried a lot of styling influences that would be revealed in the upcoming W220 series S-Class cars, especially in the front-end design. This example that we are looking at today is almost a familiar sight, as 2 years ago I filmed a somewhat more restricted review of the S600, but now, today, I'd like to go into it in a little bit more detail. Painted in Bordeaux red metallic, this S600 features a very nice and very comfortable Java premium perforated full Napa leather interior with Alcantara headlining. The only option on this car is a $3,110 Distronic Smart or Adaptive Cruise Control. Some of the F200 Imagination features from the 1996 concept that appeared on this S-Class are the window airbags, the ABC Active Body Control Dynamic Suspension System, and the Linguatronic Voice Recognition System for the vehicle system functions. Overall, exterior styling is very fluidic with smooth character lines and little to no harsh angles. The S-Class is a true epitome of luxury touring cars, and this V12 powered example is truly a sight to behold. And this car is rear-wheel drive and is powered by the 5.5-liter bi-turbo 36-valve V12 engine. This engine utilizes a single overhead cam layout with 3 valves per cylinder and uses 2 Triple K turbochargers and aluminum block and head construction. It creates 493 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, 590 pound-feet of torque at 1,800 RPM. While intended more for a grand touring car rather than a high-performance sports car, it is good for 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds with 0 to 100 miles per hour reached in 10.6 seconds. Quarter mile is approached in 12.8 seconds at 114 miles per hour, with the top speed electronically limited to 155 miles per hour. As a fun note, this S600 can keep up performance-wise with the Ferrari 575M Maranello. And the S600 features a 23.2 US gallon fuel tank and consumes 7.7 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of 302 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 11 miles per gallon city, 17 miles per gallon highway, with 13 miles per gallon combined. And the sole available transmission on US spec W220 S600s like this one is the electronically controlled 5-speed 5G-tronic automatic with manual shift capabilities with sport and comfort modes. And around the rear of the S600, not much differentiates this car from other cars in the S-Class line, which is what makes this somewhat of a sleeper. The only indication of this car's power is from the S600 badge on the left side of the trunk lid, and on the front fender is the V12 badge, and even then, most people don't really realize what that means. The S600, as shown previously, is a luxury grand touring sedan that has the performance capabilities of some supercars of that era. Rear end styling is typical Mercedes-Benz. Large triangular tail lamps flow from the rear down to the sides with integrated rear fog lamps. Brake lights are LED, and down below integrated to the bumper housing are the large polished dual oval exhaust outlets. And looking along the profile, the S600 sits on a 121.5-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 203.1 inches. This is a very large car. For example, the Ford Expedition is only 3.5 inches longer. Standard on the S600 is the active body control with dynamic suspension that automatically raises and lowers the car using the adaptive dampening system. Steering is power assisted, hydraulically dampened, speed sensitive variable rate rack and pinion with 2.8 turns lock to lock and a 39.7 foot turning radius. Wheels are 18-inch polished chrome multi-spoke wheels with Continental Conti Pro contact tires that measure 245/45 ZR18 front and rear. Brakes are 4-wheel disc brakes with 14-inch cross-drilled and ventilated disc up front with 4-piston Brembo calipers. In the rear, brakes are 13-inch internally vented rotors with fixed dual-piston calipers. Brakes are assisted by ABS, traction control, and electronic brake force distribution. The S600 can halt from 60 miles per hour to 0 in 120 feet. Around the front is a familiar face across the entire S-Class line with the large, flowing, soft-curve trapezoidal headlights merging almost seamlessly into the large grille. Headlamps are clear lens bi-xenon projector beam headlamps with integrated fog lights, turn indicators, and the side view mirrors carry the LED signal repeaters. And the S-Class does integrate headlamp washers into the headlights, as well as eccentric sweep wipers for better visibility. In the center of the grille hides the Distronic Adaptive Cruise Control System radar, and on the edge of the hood, front and center, is a 3-pointed star hood ornament sitting in the Mercedes-Benz wreath and crest. Alright, now we're going to take a look inside. Along with keyless remote entry, we also have smart key access system entry. And inside we find a very beautifully crafted full leather interior. And this interior is actually in very, very nice shape. It's really held up well. Very nice two-tone Java perforated Napa leather. Leather is on almost all the surfaces. Doors feature side impact airbags. You've also got the light wood trim. Full power seats with 3-driver memory. They also have heat and cooling capabilities. You've got power heated, automatic dimming side view mirrors, which feature a power folding capability. Moving down the door trim, you do have your power window switch with lockout. You've also got your automatic headlamp control with front and rear fog light control, headlamp washer control, power tilt and telescoping leather and wood wrapped heated steering wheel. Moving down, you have your polished stainless steel tread plates. And looking at the seats, they are ultra comfortable seats, very, very supportive, very comfortable, adjustable head restraints. You've also got the active motion massage features. On this control panel here are your massage controls. And multiple bolster controls as well. Inside this little storage container is the Mercedes-Benz first aid kit. Alright, and let's pan through the interior and show more details. As you can see here, nice fluid, easy to use power assisted steering. You can also see it as a leather wrapped airbag cover with a stitched panel. You've got multiple controls for your audio controls as well as your trip computer controls and phone controls. As stated before, it is leather wood wrapped. It is also heated. Nice, bright, easy to read instrumentation. You do have a trip computer and vehicle engine and monitoring status indicator in the center display. While high advanced for its time, it is actually looking pretty dated today. You've also got LCD readouts for temperature as well as your time. Shown here is the tilt and telescoping steering wheel with the heated steering wheel control here. Then above you have your headlamp or your washer control, wiper control, and turn signal, and your cruise controls. Alright, panning over the top of the dash, the little binnacles showing up are for your Distronic system. They show the distances between objects for the front and rear. Large center air vents. And lots of buttons. You have your power rear window sunshade. You've also got your parking sensors, your ABC control, your body lift control, your door locks, lock and unlock, your electronic stability program, your headrest dump, and your tow away lockout feature. Of course, your center button is your hazard warnings. And this vehicle is actually equipped with the command system with navigation, as all S-Classes were. It is not a touch screen. You actually use the soft buttons on the side of the screen when they highlight in their blue menus. Just like the center display, it was very advanced for its time, but by today's standards, it's actually looking pretty dated. It also features phone controls as well as Bluetooth controls. And down here are your climate controls. It is a two-zone dual climate control system with single-zone fan speed selectors. And as you can see here, the climate controls are actually true dual zone. You can actually, the driver and passenger can adjust their blend control and temperature controls, but single zone fan speed. These are your Distronic controls, your alarm sound, as well as your distance spacer and your comfort and sport modes. The shift lever does have the engine start-stop button on top. You do have your cigar lighter and ashtray. And you have a small flocked storage container here below the ashtray. Inside this the wood trim are your pop-out cup holders. Sometimes they pop out here, they go. Pretty ingenious little design, actually. They fold up together and they push into this little storage container. They don't seem to be the most sturdy, however. Nice soft armrest. This vehicle is provisioned for the phone, so there is no internal storage. Overall, the interior of the S-Class is absolutely amazing. Only higher up would be the AMG 65 or the Maybach. Overhead, you do have an automatic dimming rearview mirror with 3-channel home link universal garage door opener, your SOS controls. Your map light controls here are inside the mirrors. And you have your area lighting here, your sunroof control. Driver's side feature, or sun visor, has a neat little trick feature here where it has a magnifying mirror integrated into it. It's kind of a cool design. And of course, the sun visor are also wrapped in Alcantara. This magnification feature is only on the driver's side sun visors for some odd reason, though. Here's a look at the passenger side sun visor, also wrapped in Alcantara. It does feature overhead illumination, but only the single view mirror. And the sun visors, of course, slide out on extension rails. Overhead, you have your wood and leather wrapped assist handles that are dampened. Alrighty, let's take a look at the rear seat. The rear seat is just as nice as the front seat as you would expect, if not just a little bit nicer. It is catered to rear seat passengers, as you can see with the enormous legroom. Door panels are treated in the same fashion as the front door panels, with no attention to detail spared. Very nice soft touch leather and door mounted airbags, wood trim with chrome rings. You have rear seats that are heated. You've also got your power adjusting seats, as we'll demonstrate here. The seats don't adjust more or less, they actually just recline. Power window switch. You have your ash receiver here. And of course, you have your obligatory rear window sunshades. They work well in conjunction with the rear window sunshade as well. And of course, you have your multiple stage massage feature for the outboard seats as well. As you can see, stainless steel polished tread plates. You have your perforated leather back here. Overall, the rear seat is just an incredible place to sit. It's very, very comfortable. Very much the lap of luxury in 2006. Alright, we have a fold down center armrest. Nice gathered leather for the armrest seating. You do have concealed storage, as well as pop out cup holders. Overhead, you have your walnut and leather assist handles. And you've also got overhead reading lights and pop-down vanity mirrors. In the door B pillars, you do have air vents for the rear passengers, as well as these air vents here as well. And of course, rear seat passengers also have their own dual zone climate controls, and the fact that they can set their own temperature. It is a single zone fan speed control and single zone blend control. Alright, let's take a look at the luggage area. You could pop the trunk with the driver's door mounted switch. You can also use the key fob. And there is also a membrane switch underneath the license plate plinth. And taking a look inside the trunk, as you can see, it is fully lined and fully carpeted. A nice flat load floor. Overall, the trunk and luggage capacity is 15.4 cubic feet. We do not have folding seats, so that does not expand. You do have a first aid kit in the rear. You've also got your taillight bulb assembly changing doors, your 6-disc CD changer, as well as your navigation DVD disc holder. Lifting up the floor mat and retaining it into the weather strip retainer shows a temporary spare tire, jack and tools, as well as extra fuses. Alrighty, and this does conclude our in-depth walk-around look at the 2006 Mercedes-Benz S600. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And of course, check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews. And as always, thanks for watching.